So I bought your hemp mushroom blend capsules because, what I've heard that it's energize you throughout the day, give you some clarity, and it touched all that. So when I first took it, I would take it right in the morning, so with my tea or coffee, and then if I was feeling, that afternoon slug, instead of like having another cup of coffee, I would take another capsule, and that would keep me going throughout the day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's a nice sustainable energy, isn't it? I always compare it to coffee, make the comparison to coffee, where coffee gives you some energy, but it's almost like an anxious energy at times. It could
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
upset
exactly. Now that you say that, you're right. You're right. And this one is just it's like natural. So when I started taking this, I took two, but I think after a few weeks, like I was just down to one in the just in the morning, and then my energy just was pretty much the same. So I took two to start and then moved down to one because then I felt like my body matched that energy that I needed from the capsules.
Yeah. Yeah, I can actually agree with that too. When I first started taking them, I actually started taking three at once, just being,
Mhm.
a bigger human and, being having using these things before. But now I'm down to one in the morning on an empty stomach, and I
Yeah.
get what I need out of it. I get the energy and the calmness out of it, and then I just take, two or three more throughout the day as needed. But yeah, the interesting part about this is that there's no one size fits all approach, right? There's just that element of self-discovery, trial and error, and figuring out what works best for you in your daily regimen. But
Yeah.
happy that you said that, because I think that's important, that you don't have to be so precise with what the recommendation of the dose is. It's just, listening to your body and
Yeah,
giving your
pretty
body what
much.
it needs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. And I do the same thing as you, take one in the morning on an empty stomach or have it with my tea. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like it keeps me going to like my 12 to 16-hour day. And what I like about it, not only with the energy, but the creativity and clarity that comes with it.
Yeah.
So usually around the afternoon, I'm feeling groggy and I just want to like, take a nap. But when I take your capsule, like that's not needed.
Yeah.
Not needed.
Sure. I think too, the blend of the CBD, which is a calming agent, and then the lion's mane, the cordyceps, is more focus, some energy there. And I think when you're able to calm the nervous system and remove distractions,
Mhm.
actually you're able to focus more, and you're able to listen more and be able to be more creative. I think I've noticed that too. Is just when you're able to quiet the mind. It's amazing how much more productive you can be. You're just,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
less
And
scattered and more focused. So it's a pretty important thing.
yeah, which you're right because in the beginning, I think like when I first took it, like I didn't believe that it was going to work as quickly as I thought it was going to. So like let's say the first day, I took it in the morning, recommended that, on an empty stomach. Um and it was just like I want to say strange, but I felt like a shift, like a jolt. Like, as soon as, like, maybe half an hour to an hour in after taking it, like, different from, let's say, my cup of coffee. It was a different type of jolt,
Right.
not like you said, like, angst or, like, I'm ready for the day, like, caffeinated. But no, like, okay, like, I'm perked up. Okay, I'm ready for the day. Like, here are my tasks. And, like, I knew what I was going to do. I wasn't, like, multitasking and doing things all at once, but I was able to, like, understand that this is my task for the day. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That was like, it was just clear when
Yeah.
I started taking it.
Yeah.
So,
It brings in
I
an
love
element of awareness, right? To just
Mhm.
reels it in. And then I think that allows you to focus on the task at hand versus having a million thoughts go through your head. I think the combination of the CBD and some of these mushrooms just help, just again, just calm the nervous system enough for you to focus on what you need to, versus being all over the place and, trying to attack 10 things at once, which, doesn't work. You know that. So
Yeah. So, and that was, like, my lifestyle for, like, half a year, always juggling these things, but, you know, with, the CBD infused, mushroom, capsules, it definitely helped with that. Like, okay, just tone it down, like, this is what you have to do. It was just, like, if I compared it to coffee, coffee is like that that person that's like super optimistic, that's like da 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 da. And then with your product, it's like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. And then like,
Yeah,
it's just like it's like two different types of people and two
100%.
types of
No
outcomes.
crash, right? I think the coffee, it's like, there's this peak up and then you have to stay on it to kind of maintain that energy. And then this is just more of a sustainable, calm energy where there's no crash and there's no anxiety associated
Yeah,
with it,
there's like no angst or anything. Like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
which is
So,
important because it needs to be sustainable. You need to be finding tools that you can do long term without
mhm,
having negative side effects that come along with it. I think
yeah, I'm not
naturally too much
crashing from
caffeine
it or
induces
anything. Yeah.
anxiety and hypertension, which
Mhm.
and it's very acidic to the body that could actually lead down to other different issues if it's not really kept in moderation. Versus this, I think you can take this for the rest of your life, and there's not going to be any negative side effects that come along with it.
No.
In fact, it's going to
Mhm.
be
I
the
mean,
opposite. It's all positive that comes along with it.
well, I've been taking it for a year, so
Yep.
I can say like there has been no side effects,
Yeah.
you know,
Nor
taking it.
should there be. You know what I mean? You're looking at the old one of the oldest natural resources on the planet, hemp and cannabinoids, and then mushrooms. You probably been around here a lot longer than hemp has been. Looking going back to Chinese medicine and far beyond that. Some of
Mhm.
these mushrooms have a extremely positive impact on mental health and energy and focus. So it only
Yeah, which
makes
is
sense
like,
that to paired together that they would be super beneficial.
oh yeah, no, it's like, yeah, pairs nicely, like, I don't know, like wine and cheese. It's like it's a nice like blend. Um, so yeah, when I first found out about this, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely the first product I'm gonna buy. I'm like, this sounds like ideal for me and what my body needs, especially with, being a teacher, having a part-time job, being a mom, and then a small business owner.